Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Are you a wiener, or would you call yourself a winner? Because if you win, then you make bank. But if you don't make bank, you probably just stink. The most important thing is making sure that you stand up for yourself, stand up for your health, and make sure that everything goes through. And you gotta make sure that no matter what, nobody goes through you. It's very important to make sure that you hold up, push through, make that game go through, and land that punch. Make sure that nobody knows that you were ever threatened. If you are threatened in a fight, you do not have bite. And if you do not have bite, you are threatened through that fight. Any single person that gets in a match understands that there's something that they have to. Every single time that a guy gets in a match, he has to understand that there won't be a rematch. Will you make sure that you can hold up your end of the bargain? Or are you going to end up just shopping at Target? You have to make sure that you're confident on the floor. And if somebody wants some, then you can give them some more. It's very important to be so important that they can't expose you for something you're not. You need to put it down and make sure. What would you do if a person was talking to you and they're talking some shit that was just not full of proof? You'd probably turn around and just turn that shit around and make sure that they hear the sound of their head hitting the ground. If you're gonna be a winner, you gotta really win. You don't wanna spin. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Are you going to laugh or just be a spinner, singing on top of a man who knows you're a bitch? Or will you change that until you switch and scratch that itch? It's very important to know that you win, because winning is not in the box or within. It comes in your brain, and it comes how you feel. So that way you win and you know that it's real. Never be a loser. Never be a chooser. But know that you'll chew on that fuck who's a loser. That is the game that you played and signed up for. And if they want to come back, they can get more. Winning a match means that you gotta be mentally free. And if you're not mentally free, you will not be easy. When you watch Conor McGregor in a match, he looks loose. He looks loose as a goose. And that's because he is. He's basically just playing around for a second to find out the temperament of his opponent. And once he does that, that's when he goes in. The most important part about going in is that understanding, squaring up, and understanding that you need to pre-predict what a person's going to do. And that's why he's loose at the start. That's why Conor McGregor is a winner. And that's why Conor McGregor is not a wiener. He climbs in confident and he leaves confident. I hate when people talk about a boxer who is undefeated. Like, that's like a great thing to say. For instance, Floyd Mayweather always talks about how, what is he, 15-0? Yeah, but that's just talking about his professional fights. That's not talking about his pre-professional fights. And also, why is it so important to be undefeated? If you fight enough, you will not win everything, and you might not end up being the winner. You just might be a winner. And that's just one match, though. I've never seen a baseball club, basketball club, football club claim to be undefeated. If we're talking about NFL, if you can win 10 matches in a season, you're definitely doing well. Now, there are teams that have not won championship, but that does not mean that they are not competitive. It just means that it didn't work out as fast as it would. Such as Toronto Raptors. Back when I was more or less in kindergarten, the Raptors were formed. I thought that they would never win a title. And guess what happened? They absolutely did. And it wasn't Vince Carter. It was Raptors put together with a great team. And that just made things work nicely. Because a team is not one great player. People will always say this. They will say, well, if you have Shaq, then you get a title. You get Kobe, you get a title. You got Michael Jordan, then you get a title. That's not the way team sports win. And what's the person in Seattle? Okay, finally I'm blacking out. But in Seattle, they managed to win a bunch of titles in a row. Technically, I don't think it was in a row, but that was great. And who would have ever said Seattle in the NBA is gonna be just like chopping down championships? Also, what's hilarious is the fact that the main character was Steph Curry, and when I was growing up, it wasn't Steph Curry. It was Steph Curry's dad, Del Curry, who was not really an all-star player, but he was a fantastic shooting guard? What'd you call it? Yeah, I think he was a really good shooting guard. And that's what was great. And then Steph Curry came, his dad. And then Steph Curry came in. And his dad taught him basketball his whole entire life, I'm 1,000% sure. So, but he wasn't a team. He was just excellence of execution, just like Bret the Hitman Hart was the excellence of execution. So that much I definitely gotta say. Anyway, you need a team to make a team win. Just like Scottie Pippen is underrated. But without Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan wouldn't have had all 6 titles. That's just a fact. Oh, and later on, Dennis Rodman came in. The excellence of rebound and defense. His commitment was amazing. So, anyway, I am just saying that to win, you have to have people together. Management, coaches, referees, everything. All right. Rexx, Roxx. This is Rexx, Roxx out.